Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud 2. Last time we made it to the bottom of the volcano and learned we could not pass. Today we're going to work on some of the Georama stuff and see if we can't find a way around that. It's going to be a little weird though. As you can see, I already picked up everything, which means you guys missed the last Dioramas I picked up. It only gave us one new part. Everything else was clear goals, so we have all the clear goals now. And I did go ahead and make some stuff. I made more blocks, a couple more windmills. You can make more cranes and power arms if you want. I didn't. I might later on. But for now, I just wanted to work on the basic layout stuff. But the new thing we got to make was the hardened mud pile. These geysers that are around everywhere that block your building, the hardened mud piles get rid of it. And we can make up to 20 of those. And I spent a lot of money getting enough hardstone and sticky clay to make all this stuff. As you can see, it completely flattens it down. I don't remember exactly how many piles there are. I think there's more than 20. You can only make 20 piles, so I'm only going to really clear out the center. Or the side of it, rather, I guess. And I plan on doing this in more of a montage sort of thing, because I don't exactly have a build for this yet. So I'm probably just going to speed it up, put music around it. And I am going to go back and forth while making this to get... make sure I don't miss any chests in the... in Mount Gundor. This will trigger a cutscene, unfortunately, so I might actually have to wait. I think I already got all the chests that could be considered missable. Oh, looks like I got all the geysers. Okay. With how many left over? 5. Okay, so you only need 15. I thought there was more than that. Okay, I thought there was like 22 geysers or something like that. My memory is not serving me well. Coffee. But yeah, I plan on speeding this up, and you guys can see the creation process, because like I said, I don't know exactly where I want to place everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and start building. Okay, and we're back. The only thing we still need is to add Gerald to Hamrata. I'm gonna wait a little bit on that because the operation room is actually what we need to progress the story, and I want to check for chests before we activate that cutscene. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the future and do that. As we had everything unlocked before, except for the I think the weapon shop. Yeah, I think the weapon shop's the only thing we didn't have unlocked before. So we're gonna double check the whole area for chests, and then we'll meet back up to finish what we can do for the Georama. I don't know why that sentence was so hard to put together. But yeah. Okay. We do have one chest right here, right next to the elevator on the second floor. It gives us a Fruit of Eden. I can't actually check Monica right now to see if that makes us even or not, and I forget what it was from the last time I did Georama. So yeah, let's keep working our way around. Okay, we have another one down here on the right end of the second floor. Another Fruit of Eden. If I remember right, we were one Fruit of Eden and one Witch Parfait short. So if I'm correct, we're back to being one Fruit of Eden short. Anyway, moving on. Alright, right here by the right side elevator, or no, sorry, left side elevator, we have one. Witch Parfait, or we're back even on the defense again. Again, if I remember correctly. Looks like there's another one over by the right side elevator. Another Witch Parfait, so now we're actually a pumpkin pie behind. A little bit further away from the elevator, here's another one with a potato pie. If my memory serves me correctly, our defenses are now even, and we're only one Fruit of Eden short. And that looks like all the chests currently available until we restore the operations room, which is what we're doing next. So I'm going to go back and fix the Georama. I'm going to eat my dinner real quick. So there's going to be a weird cut in the video because it's just going to pause and then unpause. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute after I eat my dinner. So catch you guys in a minute. Okay, I got most of my dinner right. You might see me chomping on a sandwich here or there. But before we go back, we do have a new shop that we need to go visit. Welcome to the weapon shop. Hey there, we got lots of good stuff. What can I get for you? These guys sell the cubic hammer, the falcon, which is a speed club we don't have yet. I don't think. No, we do not. There we go. The question shooter, the Chora, which is a sword we already have, the Dusak, which is a sword we haven't seen yet. I actually quite like the design of it. The Platinum Brassard, which is actually better than our best Brassard for Monica right now, as sad as that is. And then, of course, all your normal repair powders. And the question shooter, which I completely skipped over. The question shooter, if I remember right, is what the Jurak gun turns into that you get from Chapter 2. So that follows the laser beam tree. There's actually quite a few pictures in here, I believe, but we'll get back to that when we do the Chapter 5 picture stuff. But as for now, let's go ahead and head back to the time gate. Now you may be wondering, Max's Atlamillia brings us to the future. Monica's brings us to the past. How do we return without Monica? Well, the game has a great answer for it.
Just at that moment, my Atlamillia shone blue. The blue light that reached to the past. Was Monica's Atlamillia lending mine its power?
A fitting explanation. Again, as I stated in a previous episode, things should have worked out a little bit differently, and that shouldn't have been necessary, but you know. Also, the fact that these aren't completely even is going to mess with me so bad. But yeah, I thought I did a pretty good job in designing this place. I basically just put down the church for culture points, because you gotta reach 100 culture points in this Georama area, which isn't altogether that hard, especially when you have some of the later chapter items that are worth far more. But considering what we had, I think we did pretty good. I think it's pretty well designed myself. I think it's the most effort I've ever put into this Georama area. The effort you see to get the bare necessities before is what I usually put in. Eric, Borneo, and Cedric don't have any special conditions to move in, and they are 3 of the 4 required people for this area. Gerald is the 4th. Now, Gerald is just living in a mansion. You can't just plop down a house and put him in. He wants to live high class, and it has to be reasonable for him to live in. I don't know if this is good enough for him. Holy crap, it is. He doesn't say exactly what he needs. He'll say something along the lines of... Actually, we can see what he says. Actually, I prefer a more respectable place to live in. I believe what that translates to, and you can more than correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never actually known this, but I believe in order to move him in, you have to have at least 30 culture points on the house. So, that's the main reason I added the weather vane here, even though it doesn't really match the aesthetic, because we don't have other stuff to put on houses other than laundry and stuff like that, and I don't like the looks of that. So yeah. Let's go ahead and move Gerald into the house and go back to the future, as we now have all but what the boss... Yeah, we literally only have to defeat the final boss, and this area is 100% complete. So go ahead and watch the cutscene, check one more time for chests, and then we'll continue on.
What's that? There's something there. I'll check it out.
Alright, I'm going to take another quick lap for items, and we'll see you guys on the 3rd floor. Alright, there was nothing on the first 2 floors, so let's go ahead and head up to the 3rd floor. Oh, I actually have to enter the building for the cutscene to start. Okay, I'm going to check the 3rd floor real quick. Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything on the 3rd floor either. So yes, as of right now, that is everything that you have access to until you complete the dungeon. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to check everywhere anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the operations room.
are you?
I'm Maximilian. Nice to meet you.
Maximilian? Could you possibly be Elena's?
You know my mother?
So you are then. You have your mother's eyes.
That's nice to hear.
I'm Galen Agaris. I'd been leading the rebels against Griffin, but it looks like my own origin point has been erased somehow. By the way, how's Monica?
She was aboard Gaspard's battleship and fell into the Mount Gunder volcano. I'm heading out to save her.
Is that right? Then take this with you. The bottom of Mount Gondor is a dangerous place with a flowing river of lava. The going gets very rough. Use that when flames block your path. The same flames will become your servants. You should be able to make your way across the lava. That's the legendary instrument, Firehorn. It's one of my land's greatest treasures. It will come in handy.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
Gaspard killed my friend Raybrand. Raybrand was a noble king and the mightiest of knights. But Gaspard defeated him. You mustn't underestimate him.
King Raybrand, Monica's father.
That's right.
I'm gonna make Gaspard pay. Don't worry.
I know you can do it. The Atlamelia chose you. Good luck.
Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and look around in here for any quick boxes that might be in here. Because I feel like one does pop up with this area, but it didn't pop up outside, so... And then again, I could be wrong. But with that out of the way, I'd like to point out that this is the only area that you have to 100% complete in order to continue the story. While it isn't 100% right now, the literal last thing we have to do to 100% is beat the final boss. And I'm saying this on a technicality, because you could technically get up there without the weapon shop. But to get the second floor workshop, you need 3 sturdy houses. To get the third floor workshop, you need at least 1 house placed 3 blocks high. To get the elevator restored, you need all 3 floors of the workshop restored and a resident in a house with a chimney. To get the workshop restored, you need Borneo and the work crane and work arm restored, so Borneo has to live here. The work crane requires someone in the house with the crane, which could be Borneo, and a windmill. The work arm requires someone in the resident house with an arm. Alright, that could be anybody if you so chose. And 10 pots placed. The operations room requires Gerald. That one's not as important, but it also requires the Gundra workshop restored. Which means Borneo and at least 1 other resident has to live in Hemerata. The part shop restored. You technically don't need. Like I said, you could have someone other than Cedric living here. The item shop literally just follows everything else, so you'll get the item shop no matter what as you're doing this. And the weapon shop requires Eric in a house near the windmill. You have to place the windmill automatically, but you could place someone else in that house. So, yes, technically you don't need the weapon or the part shop in order to progress. But, at this point in the game, if you're only recruiting required people, there's a lot less to do. Or a lot less people available. Because right now, in every area, I only have the required people. Oops. I didn't want to go in the house. I only have the required people in every area. So, taking away Gerald, your other options are Marinide, Rufio, Fabio, Julia, Coronine, and the 2 other people that I don't have unlocked yet. I think I actually have 3 people that aren't unlocked, but one of them is just one I haven't grabbed yet. One you have to clear Sweet Floors for, and the other one you got to beat the Fenny Frenzy. And the last one I got to go back to his cave and grab. But yeah. So in total you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other 3 for an 8 total. If you collected everybody. If you're collecting just the required people, you're going to need everybody. And on a casual playthrough where you don't know what you might need to recruit everybody, I mean, most of the guys are easy. Catch a bigger fish, picture of the moon, so on and so forth. She comes with Parn, and then Coraline's just hide and seek. All fairly easy to recruit. But again, if you're playing casually and you don't have extra people, on a casual playthrough, you will probably do everything. In order to get this area. It is the only area like this. As in Chapter 4. Oh no, Chapter 4. My bad. Chapter 4 and 5 you need to 100% complete. Chapter 4 is more required than Chapter 5, because like I said, technically you can get by without the item shops, but you need all 4 labs in order to complete Chapter 4. And there's 1 or 2 in Chapter 4 that you don't need to 100% it. But as I said, in the casual playthrough, you will more than likely 100% this area as you're going through the story. But, with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode, where we finally go after Monica. See you guys then.